Hello, my beautiful, lovely people. How are all of you doing today? I hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, let's get right back into it. I feel like they were looking for an excuse to get rid of us.
気がするじゃなくてそうなんだろ
Ooh, I like this music actually. This is really nice. You could tell?
まあなあいつらは基本やる気ない愛想がない働く気がないのないない尽くしだからな
Me though. Ah ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Boy, I've got my work cut out for me.
だいたい朝飯食ったばかりで他のもん食えねえっての
Good point. So, where to first? Cinderella was leading the way, but I had no idea where exactly it was taking me.
いいから俺に黙ってついてこい
What is this, the 1950s? Dang. So, just what is... When does this game take place? There's so many modern references! I feel like Matt Pat needs to get on this and make a game theory about it or whatever. He ignored me and started walking faster. Wait, Cinderella, wait for me! She's such a simp. Oh my god. But me too though, sis. Me too. And so there we were, seated in a well-known looking glass restaurant. Cinderella? I peered at him from behind my menu.
なんだよ
Cinderella stared back, resting one envelope on the table. This is a restaurant, right?
ああそうだないわゆるレストランだ
But you just said you couldn't eat more, so what are we doing here?
何言って敵情視察に決まってんだろ
I mean, yes. I looked around the restaurant, the room. It was the middle of the day, yet we were the only customers. As I carefully observed our surroundings, I couldn't help but wonder maybe we would have been better off choosing a slightly more popular place for our recon mission. The restaurant had a spacious dining area with counter seats in addition to 4-person tables. The interior design had a muted, modern feel to it, pretty classy. The menu was all French cuisine, exotic but not too foreign. It made me all the more curious why the place wasn't more popular. Maybe the location was the biggest factor then. The restaurant was situated in an alley with minimal foot traffic and no parking lot. Cinderella raised his hand and the waiter promptly came over wearing his best smile.
ご注文をお伺いしてよろしいでしょうか
とりあえずここにあるメニュー上から下まで全部持ってこい
God damn. Ugh. If a man said that to me on a date, we'd be fucking that night. What? I was certain I must have heard wrong. Surely he hadn't said that.
聞こえなかったのかこの店にある品全部持ってこいって言ってんだよ
Apparently I had heard correctly.
こちらにあるすべてのメニューでよろしいのでしょうか
The poor waiter could scarcely believe it. Not that I blamed him. Even I was having trouble believing it, and I was sitting at that table. But Cinderella didn't seem to appreciate the waiter's bewilderment. He scoffed coldly.
俺の言葉が信じられねえってのかなら先払いしてやるよ
With that, he pulled out a wad of cash and tossed it down on the table.
ほらこれで文句ねえだろいいからしのごの言わずに作って持ってこいよ
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold the phone. I couldn't begin to process what he had just done.
はいかしこまりましたありがとうございます少々お待ちくださいませ
The waiter quickly recovered from his shock. After a deep bow, he hurried off into the back. Cinderella! I stared at him slack-jawed.
なんだようっせえな
You are planning to eat all of that, right?
もちろん全部食べないつもりだ
Then why did you order so much?
どうしてって敵情視察って言ってんだろ日本語わかるか Do you understand?
That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Yes, I do. Or, wakarimasu. But you said you couldn't eat another bite after the breakfast we had.
まあな
And yet you're going to order the whole menu?
ああそうだ
My jaw dropped even further. Surely you could have just asked him to recommend his favorites.
んなちまちました頼み方で視察になるかよ。
Damn, I didn't realize we were in Texas. Maybe you're right about that. I glanced over at the kitchen. The chef must have heard the story from the waiter because he bowed politely to us. If we don't need it, it'll all get tossed out, won't it?
そうなんじゃねえの。
In response to his wastefulness, pretty sure. Hold on, sorry. I don't have the guide on my phone. Hold up, I'm sorry. It'll just take a few seconds. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna disapprove. No. Oh. Okay. So I guess we gotta say I'm impressed. That I guess. You know what? I'm actually really impressed.
はあ？斜め上だな。あんたの反応は。
I mean, this big feast is essentially a free gift from you, right? I was intentionally seeking his confirmation.
まあな。貧乏人に払わせるほど俺も心狭くねえよ。
Now that he'd given his word, I grinned mischievously. Oh, Cinderella, you're such a good guy. Anyway, I have to do something. Be right back. With that, I got it from the table and walked outside, leaving Cinderella behind.
は？おい、どこ行くんだよ。
Get fucked, kid. 20 minutes later. Look who I found.
来ちゃいましたっていう可愛い人数じゃねえだろうが。なんだこの大人数は。
Cinderella pointed at the people standing behind me, men, women, and children of all ages. They were all people I'd recruited off the streets to come back with me. Don't worry, I was perfectly discreet. Oh, and I got permission from the staff too. Okay, everyone, go ahead and take a seat wherever you like. Just sit around the empty dining area.
そういうことじゃねえよ。俺が聞いてるのは、こいつらは何なんだってことだ。
All I had to say is, yes, girl. Oh my god. Make his pockets hurt. Oh, I invited them. When they heard you were paying for a feast, they all gladly agreed to come.
はあ？
Cinderella scowled, confused. Meanwhile, I turned back to the crowd. Guess what, everyone? My good friend Cinderella here is going to treat you to lunch today. He ordered one of everything off the menu, so come and collect any dish you'd like. The crowd cheered and applauded Cinderella. I tilted my head and shot him a sassy smirk. Now the restaurant's food won't go to waste. These people get a free meal, and we can get their opinions as part of our recon mission. Plus, it'll help you promote you and your cafe. That's like 4 birds with 1 stone. I winked.
やってくれたな、あんた。
Oh, whatever might you be talking about? I tried to play innocent, but he flicked me on the forehead. Ouch. Kinda ended up like a party, didn't it? I thought back to the lively dining area and giggled.
あんたが俺の誕生日だとか抜かしたからだろうが。
Cinderella scowled sulkily. We had come to the Looking Glass Lake. It was a quiet place with crisp, refreshing air, the perfect spot for a post-meal jaunt. Well, I had to tell them it was all part of your surprise party, or else they'd wonder why everything was free. I'll admit it felt like a stupid plan at first, but everyone jumped on board surprisingly quick.
なんで自分の誕生日に自分の金で知らない奴らを食事に招待するんだよ。とんだサプライズじゃねえか。
I understand where you're coming from, but think of it this way. Now they'll all see you as a generous guy. Besides, everyone had a lot of fun. The guests, restaurant staff, even me. I was quite satisfied with myself for finding a solution to the excess food problem.
そりゃあんたらはな、人の金で飲み食いして好き勝手やれば楽しいだろうよ。
Contrary to my satisfaction, however, Cinderella was still displeased. Did I go too far? Look, I apologize for doing this behind your back. I'm really sorry. You can take the money out of my wages to make up for it.
足りねえよ。いくら使ったと思ってんだ。
No, how much was it? I promise I'll pay you back as soon as I can. I'm sorry.
急に塩らしくなったな。いつもみたいに上から目線で言い返さねえのかよ。
No snark here. I see now that I was in the wrong.
は
Cinderella scoffed and looked away. Listen,
あ、金は別にいい。おごると言ったのも、あの店の全メニューをオーダーしたのも俺だからな。それをどうしようが、あんたの勝手だ。
will you forgive me?
もともと怒っちゃいねえよ。
Thank you. Hee I couldn't help but laugh.
なんだよ。
Cinderella scowled at me. Nothing. The snake is really pretty, isn't it? I hastily changed the subject and turned away. The waves crashed against the shore as if it were a miniature ocean.
ああ、そうだな。雑音がなくて快適だ。
What do you do most days anyway?
何をしているって何をだよ。
I meant exactly what I said. How do you normally spend your days?
なんでだよ。
Well, I'm a tiny bit curious about your life. About you?
告白かよ。
Which I might be. Look around and find out. Cinderella snorted, but I didn't crack a smile. Maybe I am.
はあ残念だったな。この俺が魅力的なのはよーくわかるが、俺にとってあんたは興味の対象外だ。料理の腕は買ってやるがな。
Feels so bad your fiance tells you that you're not his type. Oof. It's not a romantic thing. I just genuinely want to know more about you.
わけがわかんねえな。知ってどうするんだよ。
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
なんだそりゃ。
Cinderella stared at me dubiously. No surprise there, of course. If someone told me they wanted to know more about me out of the blue like that, I assumed they were trying to recruit me into a cult. Fortunately, there were no cults involved here. Knock on wood. Cinderella. I turned back to face him, straightening my posture.
なんだ。
I know we've only just met, but at the very least, I want to understand you as a person. I want to get to know you. It was my extremely roundabout way of asking him to talk more about himself. A moment of silence passed, and then finally,
だから俺に語れってのか。
he took the hint. Yeah, I smiled brightly.
ばっかじゃねえのか。そう言われてほいほい他人に語るわけねえだろうが。あんたは俺の友人か兄弟か。違うだろ。あんたと俺は他人だ。他人に語ることなんて何もねえよ。
Sometimes seeing strangers makes it easier to talk.
全く関係のない二度と会うこともないだろう赤の他人ならな。
Then what do I have to do? Tell me. I leaned in and Cinderella reflexively, leaned back.
知るか。自分で考えろ。
I pouted. At this point, my only option was to use my trump card. Are we really strangers if you've seen it all?
はあ何をだよ。
Are you trying to play dumb?
だから何を。
My naked body! Got him! Cinderella promptly choked on his own spit. Are you okay? I rubbed his back as he coughed. Okay, good. So anyway, you saw me naked on the first night at the cafe, remember? I jumped right back into the previous conversation without a moment's delay. Don't try to tell me you forgot.
まあそういうこともあったかもしれねえな。
Cinderella? I smiled coldly.
不可抗力だ。別に見たくて見たんじゃねえよ。
Here we go again with the excuses. Hey, I can tell he's flustered. Are you trying to say I'm ugly? I pouted and began to fake cry.
わかりやすい嘘ついてるんじゃねえよ。
Dang it! Busted. stuck on my tongue.
だいたいなんで今さら蒸し返すんだよ。君
Oh, my bad. Because we'd only just met, and I didn't want to make things awkward between us, so I tried my best to forget it.
そのまま忘れちまえ。
Rude. I can't! No girl on earth can just shrug off some guy saying you're naked. How am I supposed to get married now? And you never even apologized for it, so now it's my bargaining chip. Cinderella's cheek twitched.
俺を脅すのか。いい度胸じゃねえか。いくら欲しいんだよ。
Dang, so you're saying it worked? I'm not going to accept payment for showing you my body. I'm not a prostitute. Ain't no shame though if you are. Get that bag, sis. So, I'd like you to compensate me in a different way. Will you pay the price for your crime? Well, I looked firmly into his eyes as I spoke.
おう。
Great, no take-backsies. Now, let's go. I got to my feet, grabbed his arm, and yanked him up with me. This time, it's my turn. Rock, paper, scissors. Yes! I thrust my fist into the air victoriously. I win again. It looks like I'm on a winning streak. I snickered mischievously. No surprise there, of course.
くそー、連続15勝なんてありえねえ。おい、もう一回だ。
Yes, you heard correctly. We'd be playing rock, paper, scissors, and I'd won every time. At this point, I was drunk on victory. Sure thing. I never turned down a challenge, you see. That's my policy.
余裕だな。見てろ。次は絶対勝ってやる。いいか、俺はグーを出す。
I see. In that case, I play paper. Ready? Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. Sure enough, Cinderella played scissors. Naturally, I played rock.
また負けた。
Cinderella slumped his shoulders like he could hardly believe it. It appears I can beat you at mind games too. Well, that marks my 16th win. I'm starting to think you might be bad at this game.
そんなことは。
His wavering confidence only made me all the more certain. I see. I feel like I've learned something new about you. Note to self, Cinderella is a very bad gambler.
弱くねえ。あんたが強すぎるんだ。
Maybe you're right. Anyways, I guess we'll be carrying all the shopping bags. Sadly, he took the excessive number of bags from my hands. You see, we weren't just playing rock, paper, scissors for fun. We were playing to determine which one of us would be carrying all this crap. Need me to carry it for you? I reached out for the bags, but he yanked them away.
いいよ。余計なことはすんな。勝ったのはあんただからな。仕方なく従ってやるよ。
Alright then, now where to next? Oh, how about that place over there? Then we can play rock, paper, scissors again. I pointed to a nearby department store.
おい、まだ行くのか？
Far from it. I'm gonna keep searching until I find the perfect tea leaves and coffee beans. We have to be particular before we outshine all the rest. What about you? Still planning to spend more money? I indicated the shopping bags in his hands.
ああ、まだまだ買うつもりだ。
His tone was flat and disinterested. You see, most of the shopping bags were entirely unrelated to the betterment of the cafe. Instead, Cinderella had been buying things for himself. No matter where he went, he would purchase whatever struck his fancy. Goals. He reminded me of some of the kind of oil baron, the way he threw his money around. What are you planning to do with all of that?
さあな。使いたければ使う。使わなければクローゼットの中にでも突っ込んでおく。
You bought things you don't even know if you need?
必要だ。必要だけど、いつ使うかは自由だ。
You sure have an interesting approach to buying things. At this point, I wasn't even envious, just impressed, if you can call it that.
まあな。貧乏人には一生わかんねえ感覚だろうよ。
True. Yeah, maybe so. All of a sudden he came to a stop. What's wrong? I held my arms out in the event the bags were too much for him to carry, after all.
こんなところで切り札使うだなんてバカじゃないのか？
It was not a waste. I'll have you know, it's the perfect opportunity. He seemed to ponder this for a moment.
俺と一緒に買い物がしたいって正直あんたの考えはよくわからね
That's not it. Don't you see? This is a date. I wagged my index finger in front of his
え。
face.
こんな色気もへったくれもねえデートがあるか。ただの買い出しじゃねえか。
He grabbed my finger and lowered it. Fine, whatever you say. I'm just having a good time seeing the sights. I clasped my hands behind my back and glanced all around. Naturally, there was nothing around to see but the shopping district, tourist attraction, and the passerby, a mix of tourists and locals.
別に珍しいもんじゃねえだろ。
Sure, maybe it's nothing that special, but sometimes these things are just more fun when you're with someone else. It's hard to get those words out without blushing.
寒っ。あんたポエマーとかよく言われるだろ。
That is true, I am pretty cringe, bro. Cinderella looked downright disgusted. What a jerk. As I was thinking of a comeback, suddenly something caught my eye. What are they doing over there?
あと人の話を聞いてないとかな。
A crowd had formed just up ahead. I looked up at Cinderella, my eyes sparkling with excitement.
気になるなら言ってくればいいだろ。
You don't mind?
ああ、勝手にどうぞ。
Yay! And so, with Cinderella's blessing, I happily joined the crowd. Beyond the sea of people, I could make out a display window illuminated with decorative lights. Beneath a luxurious chandelier were pedestals of varying sizes, each adorned with a pair of high heels. Miniature glass houses sat around the pedestals, and I could see lights shining through their little windows. Evidently, the display was themed around the looking-glass world. Eventually, the people up front moved away, and I made it right up close. Wow, so pretty! I pressed my hands against the window and eagerly peered inside. Can we just talk about how cute our main girl is? Like, oh, so precious. These shoes are so gorgeous too. Is it a new style? My enthusiasm spiked and I started grinning from ear to ear. I was admittedly a sucker for all things chic and trendy. Just then, in the reflection of the window pane, I saw Cinderella walk up next to me. Look, Cinderella, isn't it pretty? I beamed at him. Then I remembered that he was a guy and probably wouldn't be interested.
ああ、綺麗だな。
Oh, they look so cute together! My eyes widened in surprise. His tone and expression were both strangely gentle.
ん？どうした？
Oh, nothing. I peered up at him. He looked so wistful. You'd never have guessed he was normally a smug, self-serving bastard 24/7. But just as I was recovering from the shock...
あんた、あの靴が欲しいのか？
What?
なら、俺が買ってやるよ。
Damn, all I have to say is you know his dick is big. Perhaps I'd spoken too soon. Why would you buy them for me? You don't owe me anything.
そうだな。むしろ返す側だよな。
Exactly. Not only had he given me a job, but he's letting me live in his house. I couldn't possibly be so greedy as to ask for more. Maybe Cinderella's lack of integrity would allow for it, but mine certainly would not.
でも、あれが欲しいんだろ？ずいぶん物欲しそうに見てたじゃねえか。
I wasn't drooling over them. I was just admiring them. I can't let you splurge on me like that. You're not even my boyfriend or anything.
さっき、デートが何とか抜かしてただろ？
Yes. Oh my gosh. I faltered. Okay, yeah, but still, I refuse to accept a gift from you when I know your heart isn't in it. Cinderella quirked a brow.
わかんねえな。 別に俺があんたのことを何とも思ってなくても俺が買ってやるってんだよ。あんたもあれが欲しいんだろ。なら別にどっちも損はしねえだろうが。
No, it really isn't. I grabbed his arm and tried to drag him away.
おい、あんまくっつくな。胸が。
My breastises? Just then, something unexpectedly brushed my ankles. Ah! I let out a shriek and shoved Cinderella away.
なんだよ。
Sorry, I felt something touch my foot. Oh, it's just a cat. A black cat nuzzled up against my calf. What a cutie! I gave her a scritch under her chin and she started to purr happily.
黒猫かよ。どこが可愛いんだ。
Excuse me, sir, all cats are cute. Cinderella reached out to pet her, and she promptly bit his hand.
いってー。
It must have really hurt because he curled up in the fetal position on spot. Are you okay?
こいつ思いっきり噛みやがった。くそ。
Cinderella glared at the cat who stared smugly back. I took his hand. There's a puncture wound and he was bleeding. We need to get this cleaned up. And with his hand still in mine, I led him to a nearby drinking fountain. Here. Cinderella sadly accepted my handkerchief.
たく、荷物は持たされるわ。猫に噛みつかれるわ。散々な一日だな。
He grumbled to himself as he dried his hand. He was back to his usual demeanor, right down to his tone and expression. Not a trace of earlier wistfulness to be seen. I'm kind of disappointed, but at the same time, I'm kind of relieved to have the normal him back.
しかも、ついてくるしよ。
Cinderella scowled down at the cat who meowed back. What should we do about her? What if she was abandoned? Whoa. Out of nowhere, the cat jumped up on my shoulder.
さあな。ま、これだけ人慣れしているということは、誰かに飼われてたってことは間違いなさそうだな。
Maybe I'm wrong, but like, what if this is maybe Kaguya? Like, that'd be funny. You're heavier than I thought, little lady. And I heard to lean forward like this so she won't fall off.
懐かれてんな。全身にまたたびでもぶっかけてんのかよ。
No, of course not. Just as I was really hoping the cat would jump down soon.
あ、いたいた。
Instantly, the weight on my shoulders vanished.
よしよし。勝手にいなくならないでよ。
Damn it, I was hoping it was Kaguya. That would have been so funny. Oh. Oh my. Wow. Hello. Hi, sir. Oh my gosh. Can we just take a minute to appreciate how beautiful this man's is? Like, so precious. I turned to find a young man dressed in all black cradling the cat.
あ、君が見つけてくれたんだよね。どうもありがとう。
As our eyes met, the man's face lit up. Oh, she's your cat?
いや、僕の猫じゃないよ。この子は僕の友達なのさ。
The cat meowed as if in assent. Impressive.
友達とか言ってペットじゃねえか。飼い主ならきちんとしつけとけ。
I'm glad you found each other. I cut in quickly to negate Cinderella's rude complaints.
君はいい子だね。そっちの彼は随分とひねくれてるようだけど。
Yeah, but, as soon as we pull that stick out of his ass, I'm sure he'll be fine. Uh-oh, sounds like I didn't negate much at all. Cinderella seemed disgruntled. Not that I blamed him, seeing as he had been bitten pretty badly.
あれ、もしかして怒ってる？
そうだよ。誰のせいでイラついてると思ってんだ。噛まれたんだぞ、そいつに。
He pointed at the cat using his injured hand.
そうなんだ。ごめんごめん。ほら、君も謝って。はい、ごめんなさい。
At the black-clad man's prompting, the cat meowed once more. It was really impressive.
これで許してくれないかな。
なんか納得はいかねえが、まあいい。おい、アリス、行くぞ。
Oh, okay. Nice meeting you. I waved at the man, then hurried after Cinderella.
ああ、待って待って。そう急がなくても。
But the man stopped us.
なんだよ。
Annoyed, Cinderella reluctantly turned back.
この子が君を噛んだ代わりに、一つお詫びをさせてくれないかなって。
いらねえよ。俺は貧乏人から施しは受けねえ主義なんだよ。
まあまあそう言わずに、シンデレラくん。
Even in the face of Cinderella's condescension, the black-clad man didn't seem to care. Wait, something feels off about what he just said now. What he said just now. Cinderella stared back dubiously.
あれその反応、僕が君の名前を知ってることに驚かないの？
別に。俺はこの界隈じゃ有名だからな。誰が俺のことを知っていても不思議じゃねえよ。
あはははじゃあそうだな。君はどうかな？
Me? I tilted my head.
そう。僕は君のこともよく知ってるよ。君の名前も、君の正体も。
His voice sounded so grave that my heart nearly stopped. I'm Alice. I raised my hand in the air enthusiastically. I wanted to seize the initiative, of course.
そうそう、アリス。確かアリスだったよね。
He smiled brightly. Meanwhile, I was screaming internally, so hard my face was twitching.
うっさんくせえ。占い師かなんか知らないが、怪しいもんに金はビタ一文と払わねえぞ。
占い師？君は僕に占ってほしいの？
I wonder what character he is. I'm assuming he's a character, because obviously... I don't know. Cinderella scowled at this unexpected response. He was practically radiating leave us the hell alone vibes.
ああ、でも、ちょっと惜しいっていうかな。ちょっと違うんだよな。まあ、君が占ってほしいと言えば、占ってあげてもいいんだけどね。
The man promptly launched into some kind of weird tangent.
ち、厄介なのに絡まれたな。行くぞ、アリス。
He grabbed my arm and dragged me off with him. Right.
はい、ちょっと待った。
All of a sudden, Cinderella stopped dead in his tracks in front of me, and I crashed face first into his back. What's the matter? Why'd you stop?
おい、あんた今、俺に何をした？
For some reason, Cinderella didn't turn to face the black-clad man as he spoke.
ちょっと止まってもらっただけだよ。だってほら、こうでもしないと言ってしまうし。だから。
Oh, my bad. What's going on?
体が動かない。
This was perhaps the last answer I expected. What? At first, I couldn't believe it, but then I saw the look on his face. Are you okay? I grabbed his arm and tried to move him away, but he was frozen in place like a statue.
大丈夫だけど、大丈夫じゃない。
I was exceptionally confused. I didn't bother wondering how it happened or even how it was possible. All I knew for certain was... You did this to him. I stormed over to the black-clad man.
ちょっと魔法でね。
Magic? Well, you better unmagic him right this instant.
わかったわかった。そんなに怒らないでよ。
He raised his hand in surrender, smiling sheepishly.
動ける。
A split second later, Cinderella seized me by the shoulder and yanked me backwards.
おい！あんた俺に何をした？
With me safely behind him, he stormed up to the other man.
何って魔法をかけただけだけど。
手品だろ。
いやいや、手品じゃなくて魔法だって。どうしたら信じてもらえるのかな。あ、なんならもう一回かけてみる？
断る。
Unsurprisingly, Cinderella wasn't about to take him up on that offer.
まあまあ落ち着こうよ。で、何の話してたっけ？ああ、そうそう。僕が君にお詫びするってやつだ。
いらねえよ。あんた一体何者だ？
僕は魔法使いさ。
Mr. Wizard? Well, that's supposed to be his name, or...
はあ、アホか。それって職業じゃねえか。
Somehow it was as Cinderella had read my mind.
いや、まあそうなんだけどね。でもそうとしか言えないし。ちなみに君のことはヒロインちゃんって呼ぶね。
Little heroine? I couldn't hide my bewilderment.
寒っ。
Once again, Cinderella practically read my mind.
その反応はひどいな。
てか、アリスって名前はどこに行ったんだよ。
細かいことは気にしない。
Mr. Wizard laughed out loud. So, how are you going to make it up to him? I decided I'd ask in place of Cinderella, who was still fuming.
そうそう。ちょっとばかり君の今後を占ってあげようとね。
結局うさんくさい占い師じゃねえか。
だから魔法使いだって。本当は僕の魔法は何かの代償なしにはかけられないんだけどね。
He winked jovially. What sort of price are we talking about?
等価値のあるものならね。そうだな。具体的に言えばお金とか。
わかりやすいな。
Cinderella snorted.
お金はわかりやすい価値だからね。まあでもお金以外でも受け付けるよ。価値の基準なんてそれぞれだからね。僕が価値のあるものと判断したら、僕はそのものに奇跡を与えよう。というわけで、今から君の未来を占いまーす。
Yay.
いらねえ。
はは、まあそう言わずに。
Mr. Wizard blinked pointedly, then closed his eyes.
シンデレラ、お前は近々多くのものを失うだろう。金、名誉、家。これまでお前の周りに人を集めていたものがすべてなくなり、金がなくなったお前の周りには誰もいなくなる。仕立て屋が作った流行りの服は質素な服へと変わり、一人になったお前は頭に灰をかぶり、日がな働く。そしてお城で舞踏会が開かれてもお前は行くことができない。なぜならお前は灰かぶりだから。
というわけで、以上が君の未来でした。なんか暗そうだね。
He promptly switched back to his usual cheerful tone.
はっ、それがどうした。占いなんぞインチキじゃねえか。単に未来を推測して勝手にそれっぽく言ってるだけだろ。
いや、決してインチキじゃないさ。これは予測ではなく確定した未来なんだよ、シンデレラ。よってどんなに君があがこうが決して未来を変えることはできない。ま、何か困ったことがあったのならいつでも僕を呼びなよ。気が向いたら現れるからさ。
They say if you say his name 3 times at night while looking in the mirror, he'll appear behind you. I wish, right? I would do that. You're a good friend, aren't you, Cinderella? We were on our way back to the cafe and sound between us had grown so deafening I couldn't stand it any longer.
はあ、突然なんだよ。
He turned and looked at me dubiously. Well, you could have gone home without me at any point, and yet you stayed with me until the very end. Plus, you play along with my jokes.
それは褒めてんのか。単に都合のいいやつだと言ってんのか。
It's a compliment, obviously.
ああ、そうか。そりゃありがとよ。で、それがどうした。突然話を振って自分のペースに巻き込んで話をずらして。
Was it that obvious?
バレバレだ。
I fell silent for a moment, then continued. Fine, I'll just cut straight to the point. Personally, I chose not to put stock in any fortune or horoscope I don't like.
ああ、だろうな。
I know, right?
褒めてねえよ。あのさ、あんたは俺があんなうさんくさいやつのうさんくさい言葉を信じると思ってんのか？
I don't know about afraid, but I'd wager it doesn't sit well with you. Obviously, we can't be sure what his intentions were exactly, but regardless, it can be hard to ignore negative comments, or at least it is for me.
まあ、そりゃそうだ。
He stopped short.
ああ、くそ。思い出したらむしゃくしゃしてきた。アリス、
Yes?
あんなうさんくさい野郎のうさんくさい発言なんてどうでもいいが、好き勝手に言われるのは腹立つ。あいつの鼻を明かしてやるためにも、店を繁盛させて金を稼ぎ出してやるぞ。
And will accept nothing less than something between Stardust and Dunkin' Donuts. I balled my hand into a fist.
ああ、そうだ。だからこそ妥協すんなよ。茶葉だの豆だの、必要なものはとりあえず高級品を使っとけ。今
Heck yeah! I thrust my fist into the air. Alright, so I think this is a good stopping point for today. Thank you all for joining, and I hope you're enjoying the series. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Alright, bye, have a good day.